Well, hello. Testing 1, 2. Angles are a little strange here. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh. Let's see. There we go. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Well, hi. Hi, everybody. Feels good to be online. Feel like I should fix some of the lighting around here. Oh, yeah, that's really bright too. Let's turn that down a bit. That's looking a little better. Hi. Is the sound coming through? Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Can you all hear me? Does it sound like the sound's coming from the microphone? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, for somebody it's the early morning, isn't it? Ooh. Yeah, we're testing out YouTube just for the heck of it, just to see, see how it works. Try something new. I've typically been on YouTube. I've typically been on TikTok historically for lives, but I just wanted to branch out, see what it felt like on other platforms. I've not started doing lives on a more regular basis yet, but testing. But yeah, I'm gearing up for that again. I'm just sort of figuring out how I'm going to do it. Well. The people meter, how many people are watching? It's going. I don't have as many followers on YouTube, so I figured I would try it here and just see if I could build up some more people here. How's everyone doing? Oh, how have I been? I've been really good, actually. I feel like the new era of Orcus is only just getting started. There's a whole new world of content and ideas and interesting things to be explored. Um, when I announced my retirement, it was I was feeling kind of spent and not really in myself. And last year was just a tough year in general. So I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be feeling my inner fire coming back. And so yeah, we're gonna explore a few things. We're gonna we're gonna explore a few more ideas in the world of pleasure. Oh yeah, I guess TikTok displays things differently than on YouTube, doesn't it? I needed a break. Yes, I did need a break. Year of the Dragon. Oh. Speaking of dragons, Pete seems to be having some trouble here. Audio cuddles. I think we've all missed some audio cuddles for sure. Me especially. How's the audio quality? Does it sound good? Welcome to Audio Experiments with Orcus Auditory. What ideas are running through my head right now? Not that stereo. Decent enough. Interesting. Well, we do want the audio quality to be good. Oh, hello. Who are you? Well, my name is Orcus. I am hopping on live to sort of, I don't know, experiment with doing some live stuff on YouTube. I'm doing pretty well so far. Things are looking up. I am working on building a new repertoire in the realm of diving into deeper states of pleasure. How about an audio test? Hello. How's this? Are we getting left and right? Testing 1, 2. Deeper states of pleasure. I mean, that's really what audios are all about, right? It's all about getting to connecting to our pleasure in more profound ways. There's no left and right. Well, I don't know. That may just be a thing with YouTube audio. I might have to figure that out. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about the headphones. I promise I will do my best to make it worth your while. So, what are we talking about when we say diving into pleasure a little bit more? I think that the state of our default state is to be experiencing deeper and deeper pleasure. And when we connect to energies like love, like gratitude, like just open heartedness, we connect to pleasure on a deeper level. I hear some clicking. So I think now for me, I've taken a little bit of courses in Tantra, and I've certainly explored a lot of higher states of pleasure in my life. And I've certainly explored a lot of it with my audio work. But I kind of consider myself to be an intuitive around a lot of this. I've certainly been doing this for a while, and I feel like I'm hitting a place where I'm ready to share more about what I'm finding. And I actually believe that achieving deeper, more full body immersion into pleasure is within easier reach than people may think. Tantra is sort of an ancient, what is Tantra? I think if I were to encapsulate it, it's sort of an ancient practice around the idea of pleasure, connecting to pleasure, connecting to life force. Tantric energy is not necessarily just about eroticism. It's about the whole spectrum of bringing in life force, life energy, amplifying it, increasing it, being more energetically, attuned in the body. And when we breathe and feel into ourselves a lot more, then we can connect to deeper states of pleasure. And the entire idea of audio as a medium, especially with platforms like Quinn or the work that I've done for the past couple of years, it gets easier and all of that is designed to help connect to that. So a lot of people connect to that through the world of fantasy, which is fun, and it certainly helps a lot. But it's good to remember that accomplishing those states of pleasure is something that we can do outside of fantasy too. That all we have to do is really connect to those feelings in ways where, our body, where we can just sort of do it on command. And that's a big deal for a lot of people. Yeah, and for people who think it's like, oh, I don't have the patience for this, that's okay. Sometimes having a self-generated experience is, that's something that we achieve through practice, through learning, and giving the mind the ability to focus in that area is something that we learn over time. It's like learning a new skill. So a good way of approaching it is to work with somebody, uh, somebody who can help guide you there. And that's that's really just all you have to do is just press play and listen. Do you want to hear some Pablo Neruda? I'm still waiting for my my thing to charge, so I have to wait until it wakes up. I absolutely think that these states are available to everybody. I think it's a lot closer than people think. If you are part of my Patreon and you've listened to the pleasure domination audio, that's that's probably the most recent example of the work that I've been diving into. And yeah, the idea is not to push yourself into it in the way that, like you might push yourself doing other things. The idea of to tap into pleasure is all about surrender. And surrendering is a skill all in of its own. You know, the ingredients to surrender, probably the primary ingredient to surrender is trust. You have to trust that you are being held well and that you are safe and that being able to open and experience that level of energy in your body, you have to believe that it's possible. Yes. Yeah. Surrendering is definitely its own type of trustful. And yeah, I mean, we talk about the idea of orgasm being something that that is sort of like the goal to be achieved, and really all that orgasm is sort of, it's a heightened state of pleasure. And orgasm comes in many different forms, shapes and sizes. It's not just one part of the body behaving a certain way. It can be a full body experience. And so and once that piece is unlocked in the entire being, then all kinds of orgasms become much easier, more possible. And yeah, surrender is not easy. It's not especially for some people. People who have been through really tough experiences in their lives. It's hard to know who to trust in that category. And and so part of the reason that surrender is difficult is because at some point we got hurt when we opened up, and so it becomes more difficult to open up because it's hard to trust that we're not going to get hurt. So the skill is to learn how to just be discerning of when it is appropriate to open up, and then create, strong boundaries, strong protection to hold our heart, close when we need to. What am I talking about? We're talking about pleasure. We're talking about how to achieve deeper states of pleasure. So let's see if we can, I don't know, somebody called out a Pablo Neruda. What it was, Pablo Neruda number 17. I think I have that one. Hold on. Hold, please. Pablo Neruda, number 17. Getting there. Huh. I don't know if this is the right one. That doesn't look like it. Happy Year to My Country in Darkness. I don't think that's it. Oh, on Love. Let's see. Mm-hmm. This book has a lot of 100 love sonnets. Okay, I think I found it. I don't love you as if you were a rose of salt, topaz, or arrow of carnations that propagate fire. I love you as one loves certain dark things, secretly between the shadow and the soul. I love you as the plant that doesn't bloom and carries the light of those flowers hidden within itself. And thanks to your love, the tight aroma that rose from the earth lives in my body in darkness. I love you without knowing how or when or from where. I love you directly without problems or pride. I love you like this because I don't know any other way to love. Except in this form, in which I am not, nor are you, so close that your hand upon my chest is mine, so close that your eyes close with my dreams. Chiefs or Niners? Well, you know what? I have a connection to both Chiefs and Niners. The Niners were I think if my dad ever had a favorite football team, it was the Niners. And then one of my childhood friends, or one of my family friends who has been very dear to me, his favorite team is the Chiefs. So I'm really, I'm happy whichever team wins, to be honest. I live in Seattle, so the Seahawks are really my team. If I'm watching football. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. I feel pretty good these days. I feel like I'm reigniting in a way after a lot of going inward over the past couple of years. You want the invitation? One of my favorites. The Invitation by Araya Mountain Dreamer. Let's see. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare the dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you've touched the center of your own sorrow, if you have been opened by life's betrayals or have become shriveled and closed from fear of further pain. I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it, or fade it, or fix it. I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own, if you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes without cautioning us to be careful, be realistic, remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you are telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another, to be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty even when it is not pretty every day, and if you can source your own life from its presence. I want to know if you can live with failure, yours and mine, and still stand at the edge of the lake and shout to the silver of the full moon, yes, yes, yes. It doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done to feed the children. It doesn't interest me who you know or how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you've studied. I want to know what sustains you from inside when all else falls away. I want to know if you can be alone with yourself and if you truly like the company you keep in the empty moments. That was The Invitation by Araya Mountain Dreamer. Let's see. What's my favorite color? Probably green. Hello, everybody. I mean, black is definitely a favorite color too. Although black is technically the absence of color. I mean, you know, my my neurodivergent brain likes to get technical on stuff like that. Am I planning to do another YouTube live? Eventually, probably. I don't know. I'm feeling this one out. Let's see how YouTube treats me. You know, I want to build more of a following on YouTube, and I want to expand my reach. TikTok is still wonderful, but it's getting harder and harder, even for people with large followings, to get seen and get content out there. So I thought I'd, expand, see what else I can do. So what is the anatomy of an audio cuddle? Well, first it starts perhaps with softening the gaze. And then it's about taking a deep breath. And then it's about visualization, in which we might imagine, because for the northern part of the world, it's winter time. We could imagine being holed up in a small but homely, warm cabin, a place that's comfortable. Maybe we're surrounded by lots of snow, but there's plenty of food, there's a warm fire, and we could just lay down on the rug in front of the fire. And then as you relax into the rug, you can feel its texture. You can feel its softness. You can feel and hear the warmth, the crackle of the fire. You can feel its warmth on your skin. And you may be able to feel a presence holding you, wrapping arms around you, whispering into your ears. You're safe here. That everything's going to be okay. That it's okay to feel good in this moment. It's okay to allow yourself to let go a little bit. It's so easy. It's so easy to just remember that you're comfortable. Feeling and smelling the texture of the air. Feeling it move into your body in small waves with each breath. The security of being held. The way that your body perfectly fits with the other. It feels so good to be here. And maybe while you're relaxing there on the rug, enjoying the fire, we could read another poem. And this poem is one that I just did a reading of recently, but it's one of my favorites. It's called Wild Geese by Mary Oliver. And it goes like this. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees. Meanwhile, over the prairies and the deep trees, over the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese high in the clean blue air are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. Is the microphone working? Would love to read some Dante. What is that? That's the one where he goes down into the, what is it, the 9 circles of hell? You know, I haven't fully gone into the world of ASMR yet, but I know that a lot of people on YouTube tend to really enjoy that. I think my most popular videos on YouTube are ASMR videos, where I'm just growling into the microphone. Well, let's see. I feel like I've got so many, I don't know. Let's read some more Pablo Neruda. How about that? I've been reading The Will to Change by Bell Hooks, which is a pretty interesting book on masculinity. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that I've already sort of known and felt through a lot of the work that I've done, but I think it's really good to have all of that sort of written out and learning more about all of the ways in which men can show up in the popular culture. Pablo Neruda, number 27. Naked, you are as simple as one of your hands. Smooth, earthen, minimal, round, transparent. You have moon lines, apple paths. Naked, you are slender as naked wheat. Naked, you are blue as the night in Cuba. You have vines and stars in your hair. Naked, you are as enormous and yellow as summer in a church of gold. Naked, you are as small as one of your nails, curved, subtle, rose until day is born, and you withdraw into the world's subterrane. As if in a long tunnel of clothes and chores, your clarity flickers out, dresses, loses its leaves, and once more returns to being a naked hand. Well, thanks everybody. I really appreciate you all hopping on for a little while. Just thought I'd test it out. It's been nice. I want to extend my love. And yeah, I think we're going to keep experimenting with YouTube and see how things go here. And who knows? TikTok might also come back. I'm still thinking about it. So thank you, everybody. And I'll be talking to you soon.